stories behind the Dooney, and today's story, let me adjust my camera. Today's story is a vintage, a throwback, a back in the day type video. This is raw and uncut, which essentially means that I haven't done anything special. I just pulled it straight out of the closet. I think the only thing I did just do was take a couple of little items out of it that didn't really need to be on camera. Nothing really major or bad, but other than that, this is just raw and uncut. So I went in my mom's closet, pulled out an oldie but goodie, and so I could not remember the name of it. I hope that this is the name because I tried to do some research, but I bring to you a vintage piece, all leather weather Outback large toggle bag. Large toggle. I probably should have stuffed it in order for it to kind of just stand up and stand out, but I didn't. Like I said, this is raw and uncut, honey. So this is a bag that my mom had back in the early 90s. To me, at the time, this bag appeared to be huge, but once I pulled it out, I said, this bag kind of shrunk. She laughed. But yes, this is the all-weather leather. Has the lovely toggles. It has this back compartment, pockets in the back. Of course, you have the leather straps, or strap, if I can get it twisted correctly. Okay, here we go. That still didn't work out too well. Looks like it's going through a thing, and we need to get that fixed up better, but who knows. But yeah, we have that. We have the wonderful Dooney logo, the one that I lost off of my bag. If somebody could tell me how I can get another one for my first Dooney, I really would appreciate it, because I lost this in the grocery store. Mine just fell off. It was having a time of its life anyway, and I always would find it when it failed, but this particular time, few years back, I didn't catch it in time to save it. So yeah, if you can tell me how to get that, I would greatly appreciate it. But this bag has two toggles on the front. I always call these like duck butts. I don't know why, but that is not what it is. But that's what it reminded me of as a child. Just crazy. But we do have these, and these toggles are heavy. These are not to play with. They are hard, heavy, real. I think this is brass or something to that degree. I don't remember. I don't know. It wasn't my bag, but I tell you, this was hard, and I think, and heavy. I think this is why I never attempted to carry her purse. I left this purse alone. To be honest with you, I think this is the first time I really actually held this bag and gone in this bag. So let's unhinge that. Of course, you have it. To me, it's like an oversized duck, leather duck on the front. Nice size, nice size. Inside, look at this. This is some suede action going on here. This bad boy looks beautiful. I mean, like, for real. It's just, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The inside, leather, I mean, not leather, suede all throughout this entire bag. Nothing but suede. On the side of the bag, suede. I'm trying to work with this camera. Suede. Suede. The whole entire inside of this bag is suede. You see the little trash or what have you. But the beautiful thing, unique thing about this bag is that it has a zipper compartment, which is leather. It kind of reminds me of Pebble leather, but maybe the Dylan. It kind of reminds me of that. And then you have the slot, which, wow, on the inside of this bag, it has 3 compartments, as if you were to put like some pens or some business cards in there. So they're all right here in this major slot compartment that buttons. So let me button it back up. And that's the inside of that. Of course, you have the lovely number, tag number, or what have you. I just really wish there was a significance. Okay, a significance in knowing more about your bag. Like when you look at the number, maybe put it in a system and boom, all of this stuff comes up. Like say for instance, I love Gap clothes. Gap for years now have started putting on their tags, or have been putting on their tags, the time, the date, not the time, but the date for when and what season it was when this, I guess, came out. So say for instance, you buy a striped shirt, it came out spring of 2015. That's documented on that tag, so you can see that, hey, this was, and I always do that. This is why I know. So this was actually put out at that time. I wish the bags were like that too, but we just know that when you see that tag, we know how to authenticate a real and fake. Let me slow down. So back to the bag. You also have this other compartment on the outside that has that oh, it's just really, really easy in and out closure. Just kind of gently push that in. And I don't think these adjustments are really as easy these days as this one is, but it is. And so you have this large compartment, wide compartment, which is, once more, nothing but suede. Nothing but suede all up in there. So let's get to the fun part. The front. So you have these two wonderful flaps that's in all weather leather. And I want to say this is like Bourke. I remember Bourke was a bag that I wanted and I never did get. But when I used to look at the magazines, I'm determined that I have to have an old vintage Dooney catalog somewhere. I could not have thrown all of them away. I'm determined to find it somewhere. But I remember just really dreaming of the different bags, and I used to have so many circled. And Bourke was one of those. So once you lift up the flaps, you have these two compartments, and they are like really structured. They're not hard, but they're really structured. But the inside is the continuation of the all-weather leather as far as the background of that bag. So that continues. And you possibly can fit a phone from this day and time in here. Maybe if it wasn't as tall, you could fit it. You can almost go. But you could fit a lot of their things. My messenger bag has similar pockets on the front, not with the flap, but the front part of it, and I always put my pens and makeup sticks and all that in there. This is some really, look how I just folded it up, some really subtle, maybe supple, no, I'm trying to think of my words. This is a really great bag, really, really great bag. I had to stop the video to try to kill a bug on the screen. Like, yeah, it's springtime. Bugs are coming in. But this bag is vintage. It's wonderful. It's nice feel. I'm probably going to try to carry this at some point soon. Just carry it out. I'll, of course, wear it as a crossbody. It'll work well for me. So that is this particular story. She purchased this at Gayfers, I believe it was. If you're familiar with Gayfers, Dillard's, I think, actually bought them out. So it was always fun to go to Gayfers and then go to Dillard's. And then once Dillard's bought them out, there was like 2 Dillard's in the mall. But she bought this one. And then after she bought hers, then I got my first Dooney after that. My crossbody. So this is that bag, yo. This is vintage. This is vintage. Thank you for tuning in. Like this video, and share and comment if you remember this bag. If you have this bag, what other colors do you have? Do you have the green? Do you have the red? There were several, not several, but there was some different colors going on there. Look at that. Look at that leather. Look at the accents of the braiding. I mean, just look at this bag. I probably should have went more and more into it. It's just a beautiful bag. Beautiful bag. All right. Y'all stay tuned for the next video.